Welcome to Chatta. My name is Chris Williams. I'm the founder of Chatta, and I'd like to welcome all families to Chatta. Free of charge, we can support your child or young person's progress in learning in so many ways, and we want to help. Now, this short video presentation will explain to you what Chatta is, why it matters, how to get started, what to do, how to keep going, and how we can help. So I'll just start by explaining very briefly what Chatta is. It's a teaching method that uses pictures and words to teach any subject, and it's used by teachers in classrooms around the world. We're really proud that it's been voted one of the world's leading education innovations for the past 3 years, and it removes barriers to learning for children and young people of all ages. And we have very simple software that teachers use in the classroom and that families can use at home. It's available on smartphone, tablet, browser, and it's easy. So see Chatta as a way of learning. And the reason it matters is that by teaching through pictures and practicing speaking, children and young people develop the explanation skills that can help them in every subject. At Chatta, we say that talking is the halfway house between thinking and writing. So the more our children and young people are talking, the stronger their outcomes are going to be, and there's lots of evidence that supports this. So schools use Chatta, families use Chatta, and now you're about to use Chatta. So here's how to get started. Visit the Chatta website. That's www.chattalearning.com. From there, click the tab at the top, Chatta for Families. And you can scroll down, and there are 2 ways to join. We have Chatta Matters, which is for families of children aged 5 and under, and we have Chatta Club, which is for families of children aged over 6. If you have a teenager or a secondary school student in your home, still join Chatta Club because the ideas remain relevant, but also the Chatta approach and software can be used for absolutely anything. It can match their interests and it can match their curriculum content at school, and there's no limit on the level of work and outcomes they'll be able to achieve. So for the example here, I'm going to join Chatta Matters. The Chatta Club experience is exactly the same. So joining Chatta Matters, I click join and I'll click enroll for free, and I'll be asked to create my own login. I could create my own username and password and note down the name of my child or young person's school, and then I'm in. Now, once you are logged in, the content is organised into sections, and the first section is all about how to get started. So there are some videos about using the software on phones, on tablets and browsers, and some videos on how to use Chatta. Basically, Chatta is about doing things and talking about them. So every Chatta activity involves some sort of experience and combining photographs with words. Now, as a parent, you don't have to be involved with the Chatta activities. You will find that even the youngest children can make their own content on their own. But you will definitely be able to do things with them, and you'll enjoy it. When you see the Chatta software, there are 2 buttons on every picture for voice recording. The first one is designed for the adult and the second one for the child. And we encourage the modelling of language by the adult, and the rehearsal and practice by the child and young person. But it doesn't have to be like that at all. You can do whatever you care to with the software, but the videos show you the way in. Beyond that, there are hundreds of activities, and you can scroll through and see the ones you like and do them with your child, or ask your son or daughter to take part in them themselves. And all of these create a Chatta storyboard, pictures and words. Now you can send that storyboard to your teacher. You could send it to us at Chatta. We'd love to see it. You could put it on social media, could share it to friends and family, almost like a talking postcard. And you can make lots and lots and lots of these. There are thousands of opportunities for using Chatta. So that's the way in. Ideas and resources and explanations for the software can be found on the Chatta for Families, Chatta Matters or Chatta Club sections of our website, and you will need to log in. Now, this is really important. You will, within 24 hours of joining Chatta Club or Chatta Matters, receive a password for the Chatta software. This will come by email. If you don't receive it, check your junk mail or join again. It may be that there's been a typo in the email address or something, or ask us. When you receive this, you can log in to the Chatta software on a browser, or you can download the app Chatta Learning on a smartphone or tablet, Google or Android or Apple, whatever. You can click Forgot Password to choose your own password, because the one we send you, the automated one we send you, is full of gobbledygook type letters. So you might want to change it, so we'd encourage you to do that. But this is really important. Your Chatta software password is not the same as the one you use to join. Now, we are working on integrating those, but at the moment these are separate. So to get the activities from Chatta Club or Chatta Matters, you've already logged in and used your password that you set. For the Chatta software, we send a password that you can change. Okay. Now, when you get into the Chatta software, there isn't anything there. Chatta software is not full of content and ideas and resources. The Chatta software is the blank canvas for you and your son or daughter to create their own content. We really encourage creating stories and explanations. So the videos in the Chatta Club and Chatta Matters resource will show you what to do, but basically you'll create a group to store and sort and keep your chats in. We call them chats. You might call them chatter boards, chatter stories. I do tend to call them chats most of the time. And you'll create a group. So if you had a group for your child, you'd create whatever, Charlie's group. And then you can create chats. And the video in there shows you everything about how to do that. You create and share. You'll get a link you can share and do as many as you can. And the more your children spend doing these, the stronger their literacy, communication, explanation skills will be. And they can also make these stories about their own interests. So if they're like a pop star or a hobby or a sports team, they can make content about that and really express their own thoughts and interests and passions and fly with it. The other thing to know is that if your son or daughter's school is working with Chatta, their teachers may well be teaching with it either in the classroom or remotely, and they may send Chatta content to you or your child. And let's say in the classroom the teacher's been teaching history, whatever, Great Fire of London. They will combine the pictures that represent the key points and they will record their voice and they will simply send it to you at home. And this is something your child can review and listen to and of course make their own. And teachers might use this in maths and science and history and geography and anything you like. And teachers that are sending Chatter Chats home will always be very glad for you to be encouraging your child to make their own too. And so there is a two-way opportunity for communication and sharing of learning. Now, quite deliberately, what Chatter is not is live one-to-one teaching. Your teacher may meet up on video and say, here's the activity we're going to do. But with Chatter, they will let your children go on and crack on with it. So they might say, well, today's learning, we're looking at whatever, the weather. And they might suggest 3 or 4 Chatter activities for your child to make through Chatter. So a weather report, clothing about that we'd wear in the weather, the different aspects of the weather, whatever. A teacher will have their ideas, and then your child can simply make their own. And that's when the creativity and the power of Chatter really takes off. Now, it might lead, by the way, to writing activities. Remember I said that talk is the halfway house between thinking and writing. Well, the children, having completed a Chatter activity, which is largely spoken, may then go into writing, and they can play back and listen to their voice recordings or just look at the pictures. But if you see Chatter as simply a teaching method that fits with anything that your children like and find easy, the more they do it, the happier and more successful they will be as learners. Along the way, if you have any questions about activity ideas or using the technology or any suggestions to make Chatter better, do please get in touch. Our email address is hello@chatter.co.uk, and we want to help. So if there's anything stopping you using Chatter, ask us, and we will learn along the way exactly the same as you. If you have any content you'd like to share that you're happy for us to put out on the Chatter social media channels, we're always glad to see that. Anybody that sends things that we can share, we have a monthly draw to win a bundle of books, which is a really nice prize to receive. So if you're interested in sending content to us, by all means do, or simply showing us what you've been doing, then that's brilliant. So your next step, go to the Chatter website, click Chatter for Families, join Chatter Matters for the younger children, Chatter Club for the older children. Wait for your Chatter password. Have a play with the software so you know what you're doing. Look at the videos in the Chatter Matters or Chatter Club resource, and look at some of the activities which you can pick and choose as you see fit, or your child can, and take it from there. If your school is not using Chatter and you would like them to, either tell us or tell your teacher, your child's teacher, and we'll be able to help them with the next steps. So Chatter Matters for Families is free of charge. We want to help, and the next step for you is to just take a little bit of time to get things started and get set up. And in the next couple of days, if you're not up and running with Chatter, ask us for help. We can speak on the phone, we can meet online, we can contact you by email, and we will help with the very next step. So thank you for your interest in Chatter. I look forward to helping you and seeing the progress your children and young people make. And as I've said, if you want to contact us, email hello@chatter.co.uk.